Welcome into NHL Tonight, first shift for Wednesday, December the 3rd, 2025. E.J. Hradek here alongside the big rig, Pat Maroon back. You were here for our very first show of the season.
I was.
And you're running all over the place because your son is playing junior hockey at the USHL, and you're doing some other TV work, and you're coming in with us. How have you been?
I've been great. Been busy.
Yeah.
Been really busy.
Yeah, I know.
But all good news. Everything's good. Everyone's healthy. Everyone's really good right now. And proud of my son. He just committed to Western Michigan.
All right.
Division I. So now
That's awesome.
Now I get to watch hockey.
All right.
I continue to watch hockey, I guess,
Yeah.
even though I'm watching it in the USHL. So
Okay.
proud dad moment for me.
When did he make the decision?
Yesterday.
All right.
Yeah.
Pat Furzweiler, I believe, is the
Pat
head coach,
Furzweiler.
and they just won the national championship last year. They're building a brand new facility there.
Yeah, so it's
lot of
gonna
good things.
A lot of good things going right there, and I love Pat. I loved his approach to the game, and it just seemed like a great fit for Anthony.
Yeah, I was really impressed with him too. We had him on the show last year in the run-up to the Frozen Four, and I was like, I said, that he's dialed in.
Yeah.
And, it looks like he's going to be there, which is always a concern. I mean, just take a look around. We see Lane Kiffin, right? I mean, all these different, the world has changed, right? So congratulations to your son and to you guys. I hope he has a wonderful experience there and continues to play well this year.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All right, let's get to first things first. We got some tough news today. This is a tweet from Mike Heika about Tyler Seguin, and he has an ACL injury and is out long term. He got hurt last night in the game against the New York Raiders at Madison Square Garden. And boy, I just, listen, I'm lucky. I get to meet all you guys and like in different situations. And it was in Finland last year. Got to spend some time with Tyler. I really like Tyler Seguin. I think he's just a really good guy, and he's had so many of these injuries, and just feels so bad to see that, Pat.
Yeah, I feel awful for him, especially what he went through last year too, and now that he's hurt again. And he's a big piece of this Dallas Stars team, and he's playing at a high level still right now. And you never want to see a guy get injured, and especially a guy like that that's had a heck of a career. Looks like Jim Nail's going to have to go to work now.
Yeah.
They're going to have to find another piece, I guess, if he's out for a very long time here.
Yeah, luckily they've got a pretty deep team, but you're right. I mean, if he's out and, again, the kind of new rules around LTIR and how long you can be out and what that means moving forward. But you can see right here, to your point, like he's playing 16-40 a game. He's on the list with the top guys of the Dallas Stars. And you know what, and again, I lean on your career. You've seen it all. You've been a part of all these championship teams. He's not the player he was when he came into the National Hockey League, but how important is someone like that just in the room and on the bench and in between periods when the boat is rocking a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, he's a huge piece. He's won, but he won early in his career, so he got to see what it's like from the veterans and what it takes to win, and now he can he's been in Dallas for a long time, and he's a huge piece for these young guys that are in here, especially going on deep runs. He's a voice that people can lean on, and when he speaks, people are probably going to listen, and this is a team that hasn't got over the hump. Too many conference finals losses, and this is a team that's still playing at a high level. Them and Colorado are probably the best team right now going in the NHL. So it's a huge loss. He has 17 points in 27 games, so it's not like he's not producing. He's producing at a high level still. So, but a guy like that, a leader in their locker room, they're going to lose him for a long period of time. That's tough. So some guys are going to have to step up and lean on different guys.
Yeah. Well, listen, Tyler, if you're watching, we just hope that the recovery goes good and you're able to come back and play in the league, because he has been through a lot injury-wise over the last several seasons, and it was sad to see that last night. But Dallas Stars, there's no time for rest for anybody these days. I mean, when we get into the Wednesday slate here, the Dallas Stars right back in action tonight. They're on a little bit of a short trip here. They're taking on the Devils at 7 o'clock. You can see you got a couple at 7:30, the Jets and Canadians, and then the Sabres and Flyers. That's part of a doubleheader on TNT. The second game is the Mammoth taking on the Ducks, and then later you got also the Sharks and the Capitals in San Jose. And let's start with the Devils and the Stars, because, the Stars have been playing well, as you mentioned. The Devils also had a key guy and one of those glue guys get dinged up the other night. Brendan Dillon,
Yeah.
who, I'm sure you had some battles with him over the years.
Did.
Playing in his 1,000th game, he got dinged up, so we're hoping the best for Brendan. But, it's the Devils are dealing, everybody's dealing with injuries.
Yeah, everyone. I mean, I've been, obviously working with Tampa. They've been having injuries.
It's amazing.
It's amazing what they have done, and these teams have been dealing with it, but it's like the next man out mentality. Yeah. They find these young guys, and hockey's so good now, and people understand their role now, and the players are better. And then when they get inserted in, they insert them in the right role what they need to play.
Let me just get into that with you a little bit, because you played for a lot of coaches. You played for John Cooper, right? So there's an example. And Dallas, they've got Glenn Gulletson is in his first year there, but he's coached before, and everybody's got a different situation. How are teams able to get by? When you say first man up, in a perfect world, yeah, that's a great idea. But it works some places, and other places, teams fall off dramatically.
Yeah, they do.
Is it the culture?
I think it's the culture. People, the guys in the room, they bring these guys in, and they respect them right away. Yeah. They're, hey, you're a part of this. No matter how long you're here for, you're a part of this team wherever you play, first line to fourth line. This is a team that we want you to enter in the lineup, and we want you to be an impact right away. Yeah. And the players will let them know that. They make the player feel really comfortable coming into the room. And with a team like Dallas, they have a good veteran group. A team like Tampa, they have a great veteran group. And with Coop, I know he tells these guys, hey, this is where you're going to play. Give me the best, 12 minutes you can. And, I'm looking around the league, and I'm looking at J.J. Moser and Darren Radish, with McDonough, Cernak, and Hedman out. They're playing 24 minutes a night, and they're the top pair, and they're shutting down. But again, if it's Sagan goes up, someone's getting moved up. So now this guy's getting more ice time, and what they do with it, maybe a little more confidence in that too.
Yeah, you take a look here at the line combinations for the Stars, or the projected combos, and it's interesting because Steele got moved up into that group.
He
was a first-round pick, and then he was kind of a back-end forward, and now he's kind of moved his way up again and getting an opportunity. Robertson has been red hot. Ben is back in the lineup now after having his issues at the start of the year. So, you're right. It's opportunity for, Maverick Bourque. Maverick Bourque, who is a highly thought of young player.
Yeah, again, and what was it? Sam Steele was on the fourth line with Blackwell back last year. So now these guys are all now getting opportunity. I know Steele was a first rounder. I think
for Anaheim. Yeah, he went to Anaheim. Then he was in Minnesota. And then he ended up in Dallas. I believe that was the path, but all of a sudden now he's getting an opportunity, and sometimes people just need a little time.
Yeah, they do, and sometimes they do need time, and this is a great opportunity for him to step up and, play with Rantanen, one of the hottest players in the league right now. Jamie Ben's playing really good. He's starting to score. So, this is a team, they have good core players. You just got to find the pieces where it's going to work, and they've done a good job with that over time.
Yeah. And the expectation is, hey, if guys are in or guys are out, we're winning.
We're winning.
So get on board, because if not, we'll get the next guy. That's the way it goes. And it's a great opportunity, somebody disappointing for somebody, an opportunity for someone else. I got another tweet here, and this one from Mitchell Clinton. You can see Jets head coach Scott Arniel says Connor Hellebuck is getting close to getting back on the ice. Timeline still hasn't changed, but the team will be cautious. Arniel said, I'm going to make sure he has 4 yellow non-contact jerseys on, so a wise move there to try to keep your star goalie healthy and get him back in the lineup soon. But, they miss him right now. And the Jets, it's been a little bit of a struggle lately, and nothing says that you feel like you're struggling at a closed-door meeting, which they had after losing in Buffalo, and I don't think it's very respectful for Buffalo, right? We lost to you, now we need to have a closed-door meeting, right? And Buffalo, I think, has got a chance to be better this year, but that's for another conversation. But what goes on in these meetings? You've been on a bunch of teams. You've been in closed-door meetings. Is somebody yelling? Is somebody screaming? Are people calm? What's going on?
It can go either way. It can go a lot of ways. The captain might come in and start yelling, and then after that it calms down, and then everyone starts talking a little bit of what we need to do to be better and why we're losing games, how are we losing games, are guys stepping up at the right time, maybe the captain's calling himself out in that time, and then maybe someone else will start calling themselves out, like, hey, I need to be a better player. But I think closed-door meetings are great because it's just the players, right? Yeah. And it's you guys having the conversation. Coaches can give you all the information in the world. You have to go out and play the game. You can give them all the systems you want, but you still have to go out.
At the end of the day, it's a physical game. It's an emotional game.
Yes.
Passion.
Yeah. So you still have to go out there and play. So those closed-door meetings are perfect. I think you need to have them. I'm sure every team has them throughout the year, maybe 1, maybe 2, maybe 3. But I think when you have these meetings, everyone's talking, everyone's communicating. What do we need to do? Who cares what the coach has to say at this time? It's about us in this room right now.
Yeah.
And I think Winnipeg needs that. And to me, Winnipeg is showing me that they're relying too much on Hellebuck, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And they have in the past, right? And they're not, they've had a couple of minor injuries, but we've talked, a lot of teams have them.
Yeah.
They're not really defending as well as maybe they should. I wanted to get back to one thing about the closed-door meeting. Do you remember one in particular that stands out for you in any particular place where, you were in St. Louis that year where the team really struggled and then turned it around? Was there one in your career where you would say, yeah, I remember that one and that really did help us?
St. Louis.
It was in St. Louis, right?
Yeah, it was. I'll tell the quick story.
Okay, all right. The edited version.
Doug Armstrong came in, kind of threatened us. Some guys going on waivers, and we fired Mike Yo at the time. Chief came in, but we had our meeting with Army before Chief. Okay. And he had a stick, and he was banging it and threatening.
Is that when he broke the TVs?
Yeah. That's when he broke the TV. So everyone was kind of, this is real life here. Guys weren't up to par. Guys were kind of struggling at that time point-wise, and then we go to Chief. He has his little meeting. We have practice. We lose our next game. Then we had our closed-door meeting. And it was a good conversation because everyone spoke up at the time. Everyone that needed to speak up spoke up. Steiner, Petro, Jay Bomeister, myself, O'Reilly, Tyler Bozak. We all just kind of stepped up and just said, hey, listen, we do have a really good crew in here. We do have a new coach in here. That's on us. That's our fault. But listen, if we just play a simple brand of hockey and we all come together as a collective group, we have it outside of the rink. Why don't we not just bring it into the rink and bring it onto the ice? And, guys kind of held themselves accountable. And it was an emotional kind of meeting, intense meeting. But after that, it just felt like it clicked. It kind of registered with people. And at the end of the day, it was on us to decide if we wanted to play the right way. It wasn't on the coaches. Yeah. And we did that. It was something that we needed. And we didn't have another meeting after that. It was truly amazing. And obviously, we all know what happened.
There you go. Yeah. You played Glory, and the rest was history.
Yeah.
Bennington showed up. Everything was good. Everything was good. We like it. So sometimes they work.
Sometimes they work.
And sometimes you need them. And for the Winnipeg Jets, they had one. We'll see if it pays off as they play the Montreal Canadiens tonight. We got another game. We want to talk about the Mammoth. The Mammoth. Taking on the Ducks tonight. There it is. Thank you. I love that. It's interesting to me because the Mammoth just come off a game against the San Jose Sharks, and the Sharks beat them 6-3. Now they play the Ducks tonight. And with the Mammoth, even going back to when they were the Coyotes. Young team, good young players. Maybe this is the year they're going to make a step. Well, guess what? Ducks have taken a big step. The Sharks are taking a step. Your old team, the Hawks in the West, have taken us. Are the Mammoths getting passed by some of these other really good young teams?
They shouldn't be. They got off to a great start. Yeah. And now they kind of tanked again. And I'm like, well, what's going on? They had the start they needed to get off to that. We're all believing on them and hyped on them, and they're playing good hockey. And now they kind of, what the heck? What's going on now?
They fall into a malaise. And it happened last year because they started the season, I thought, pretty good. And I thought, you're in Utah. There's all this excitement in the city that sometimes that lifts a team up and gives them more purpose than maybe they would have if they were in the same environment. And they fell into that, and it seems like they're falling into it again.
They're not a young team anymore.
Yeah, some of these guys are they're supposed to be getting it done. They're like Bedard and Celebrini. Those guys are getting it done.
Yeah, I mean,
some of these other guys have been in the league a while.
Again, they did get hit with some terrible news with Clayton Keller's
no question.
dad.
Awful.
So it's been kind of an emotional couple games probably for them. Yeah. Dallas and then St. Louis. And then,
it's not easy.
It's not easy. So, again, for me, though, there's too many guys. Again, Keller, Schmaltz, Cooley, Sergachev on the back end, Marino on the back end. There's too many veteran players up front and in the back. Ian Cole they're old enough now. They're not the young Arizona Coyotes anymore.
Yeah.
They're a veteran team now that have over 3 to 6 years in this league, 7 years in this league. So, again, why can't they get it done? Are they just too much skill? Do they just rely on skill, offense?
Do they believe in themselves?
Exactly.
Do they really believe in themselves?
If they did, they would probably sacrifice a little bit more.
Yeah.
Blue line to blue line. Maybe, they are a high-powered offensive team. Are they willing to kind of go 200 feet, chip it in, go to work, let their ozone kind of take over a little bit? I don't know. They kind of been in between.
Yeah.
They're not like that, I don't think, and they got to find a way to do that.
Yeah, so going to be another challenge tonight against the Anaheim Ducks, and then
I had the Anaheim Ducks in the playoffs this year. So.
There you go. You've been hitting around a little bit. You had Chicago being better.
And I also had
Winnipeg.
I had Winnipeg out of the playoffs.
Well, there you go. And right now.
They're out of the playoffs.
They were so mad they had to have a team meeting about it. They might call you. You never know. You might be back one more go-round. All right, we talked about Celebrini, right? So we got another good one later tonight, the Sharks and Caps. Caps played last night, got a win against the LA Kings. And the Capitals kind of finding their way again. And, Tom Wilson, Chychrun, that whole group, Carlson, they're finding their way. But the Sharks are playing some good hockey. They beat the Mammoth the other night, as I mentioned. And if you go back to the start of the season, they had the first 2 games of the year. They should have beat Vegas. It was just a really bad set of circumstances. They ended up losing that game. And they really could have beat Anaheim. It was a 7-6 shootout. They could have easily won. So this is a challenge for the Caps tonight and another good opportunity for the Sharks. Second of a back-to-back for Wash. Take advantage if you're San Jose.
I mean, I remember going to the San Jose. It was the worst building to play in the first 10 minutes of the game.
Why?
They came out hard, heavy. The fans were passionate. They were loud.
Yeah.
And it hasn't been like that. Yeah. Now it seems like there's a rebuild. Now they're making it hard for teams to come in there and play. Will Smith, Celebrini have taken charge in this team.
Yeah.
They really have. They're leading the offense. I love what Kurashev has done this year. He's in Chicago.
And you know him.
I do.
In Chicago.
And now he's stepped up. He's playing with them right now. So it's like they have all these guys who are having really good years, and they're off to a really good start. The back end's playing really well. Goaltending.
Yeah.
So
Ashcroft's played very well.
They're very well. So to me, this is a team that might squeak in. I don't know if their young guns are. They have the Toffoli's that can help.
Yeah, and he's been playing very well as well.
So this is a team that I love. I love their excitement every day.
Yeah.
They bring so much energy, and they have the passion for the game, and the coach has done an amazing job.
What do you think of Celebrini? I mean, I'm enamored with the guy just because when a guy comes in that age and understands the 200-foot game at 18, that says a lot to me. You played in the league. You've seen these guys come in. What do you think of
I'm in awe.
Game?
I just love to watch him play.
Yeah.
And the fact that he played in college at 17 when he was supposed to be a senior in high school and
played well.
And
the Hobie Baker.
And dominated.
Yeah.
And, last year he played really well, but this year now we're seeing the real deal.
Yeah.
And I think he's the closest thing to Sidney Crosby.
I'm with you.
That we're going to see.
Yeah. He's on that line. Like, I draw the line from Sidney to Celebrini. It doesn't mean to bypass other guys, but is the same type of player that understood the 200-foot game and getting under guys and winning battles and all those things, aside from the terrific offensive sense.
And that just goes with his maturity level.
Yeah.
And he's willing to do that. He's willing to sacrifice. And, we talk about Sidney Crosby and his maturity level when he first came into the league. What he did and how he did it, how he approached the game. That's like Celebrini right now, how he approaches the game. So, to me, this guy's all class, all world. To me, he's the real deal, and he's only going to get better. And he's only 19, and
it's amazing.
It's amazing what he's done now, and what is he top? He's second in league in scoring.
Yeah, he's right up with him and Bedard both this year. I mean, Bedard's taken that step. But they both have, so really fun to watch. So many good young players right now. All right, with that, we will take a short break. When we come back, we got the 3 stars of the month of November, and we had some great performances. We'll show them to you next. Some of these guys might be in there. It's next up First Shift. It is time for the 3 stars of November, presented by Geico. And boy, we got a good list for you right here. First star, Nathan McKinnon. Oh, by the way, what is that? 26 points in 13 games. That comes out to 2 points a game. Pretty good. Jason Robertson, 26 points in 15 games. Not so bad. And how about Connor Bedard, the third star, 23 points in 14 games. And he was lighting it up last night, even though they ended up losing in a shootout to the Vegas Golden Knights. It was a hell of a game. Steve Levy and Kevin Weeks did the game for ESPN. They were beside themselves doing the game, so it was a lot of fun to watch. Let's talk about Connor Bedard, because you were around him last year in Chicago, and we've seen this year he's really taken off. You thought he would? What are you seeing so far this year that's different from last year?
I think what I'm seeing differently, one, I think it was, I'm not going to sit here and coaching, but I think he needed some guidance and some ways where he can find to play defensively, a solid defensive game, and still go to offense. I think he was getting stuck a little bit too much in the D zone, wasn't breaking out fast enough to get back on offense. Yeah. So I think with Blashill there, he's kind of taking the reins of helping him navigate through that. Again, I think he's just competing. He's competing hard. He's winning his 50-50 battles. His shot looks better, and he looks faster. I know everyone was kind of questioning his speed, but he worked on his speed this year. He worked with this speed coach in Tampa Bay that I know of, and he's really dialed that in. And it looks like he's having fun again.
Yeah, it does. It really does look that way.
And I think when you have fun in the NHL and you have confidence, it goes a long way. Yeah. I'm telling you right now, and then I'm a firm believer in that, and he looks like he's having the best time, and he has a lot of confidence right now, a lot of swagger, and that just goes hand in hand. When you have all those, you're lethal.
Is that an underappreciated thing for those of us who aren't, inside the glass playing like that day-to-day? Because we've talked about it all the time. It's a grind. I mean, like teams are playing 3 and 4 and 6 and 10 or whatever it is. It's crazy, right? Like to have joy in your life, to be happy that you're out there playing and competing and really embracing it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge thing. I think we forget that they're players. They're going to go through little ups and downs, ebbs and throws throughout the year. To me, when you lose so much in your first 2 years, it takes a toll on you. It's frustrating. He's a competitor. He wants to win hockey.
And he's used to winning, right? He's used to scoring, to winning. Like, that's what's interesting when these guys come in the league when they're young. If they get onto a team that's not going to be that good or rebuilding, right? Like, well, that's a big slap in the face. Like, all of a sudden, I'm not scoring, we're not winning. I'm not used to this.
And they're going to point the finger to him.
Exactly.
So it comes with a lot of pressure with him. And to me, listen, he's got, I think, 166 points in 177 games.
Yeah.
He's doing well for himself.
Yeah. Not bad.
Not bad.
Right?
So he's playing really good. Not saying he wasn't playing good before.
Yeah.
He was playing really good. I think just a little bit of help, a little bit of guidance from coaching and learning to play the right way. And he figured out that, hey, well, I think I need to get faster in this league. He went and got faster. He went and worked with a speed coach. And now look at him. And he worked on his game a lot this year. Yeah. And now it's taken off. But I think winning helps.
Yeah.
Having a good culture helps.
Yeah.
And having confidence and having a little bit of swagger that he's having fun and enjoying the game.
Are they building that in Chicago now?
They are.
You were there through some tough times there.
Yeah, we had some tough times, but I think it was still a transition of we were
trying to figure it out.
Trying to figure it out. We knew we weren't going to be that good. We were hoping to be at least a 500 team or just below, but we were trying to build something culture-wise in that team for next year and the year after, and guys can talk about it, how they got, how we helped, and Nick Foligno does a really good job of that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And that's why he's the captain. So I think they're building something.
Like that Grizzlick there this year, he's another guy that's been around successful teams.
Yeah, exactly. And Blash obviously does a really good job. He was just with Coop, and he saw their culture and what they do every day. So he can probably implement a little bit of that into their locker room. So again, that goes hand in hand. When you have a good locker room, you have a good culture, guys are going to feel way more comfortable on the ice. Yeah. And they're going to have a little bit more fun, and their confidence level goes up a little bit. And it doesn't need to be much, and it seems like he got that right now.
Fun going to the rink.
Fun going
on the road trips. Fun going to dinner, right? All the things that makes it really a winning culture and a winning environment.
100%. So again, that's why he's playing so well. You know, we all knew he was going to take off.
Yeah.
We were just waiting for that moment, and we're showing the real Connor Bedard right now.
You called it.
I called it.
Give you credit. Hey, listen, we give you credit when you get things right. If you get things wrong, we'll probably bring that up too. But listen, I got only about 2 million things wrong in my career, so
I got a lot of things wrong.
You got a lot of room. You got a lot of room to work with. When we come back, another guy who gets it right a lot of the time, Steve Kouleas, is going to join us next and talk a little bit about Jacob Chychrun and his quest for the Olympics. That's next on First Shift.
3 Stars of the Month is presented by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
Look at this little tweet from Steve Kouleas. Just chilling. He's at home in his little basement. He's got all kinds of screens there, all kinds of games on. And nicely decorated as well. So I like to see that. And with that, we bring in the aforementioned Steve Kouleas from NHL Network Radio, the master of the discussion room. And got a nice setup there.
Yeah, we're very blessed at this time of the year. EJ, great to see you again. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. I know it's early to all your viewers out there. Patty Maroon, 3 cups, 1,000 pins. Saw you in London. It's great to be on with you. Yeah, my wife, she just wants me away. That's why I'm in the hockey basement. Last night was a dry night. Too many games to get into the Molsons, EJ.
Yeah, you know what? It is funny because, like you, I'm trying to, manage a night like that and watch a lot of different things and pay attention to what's going on. It is hard when there's so many games going on at the same time. I've been on the league for years to kind of like start to put these games at like 6:55 and 7:10 and 7:30 and space them out, so we're always watching something, but we're getting there. It's a slow fight. But let's get to the topics of the day, and you want to start with Auston Matthews, and I guess I sense there's a little concern from you about Auston Matthews. Explain.
Well, I think this should be a fair concern for, Leaf people or USA Hockey people. Auston Matthews scored on Saturday, EJ and Patty. He ripped a shot from the top of the right wing circle. And it was like, that's what he used to do all the time before. And before was, whenever it was in the chase to 70 goals, he got hurt somewhere in Florida. And there's the big year of 23-24. If you actually go back to that year and the 2 years before it, he was scoring at 0.75 goals per game. If you look at the numbers on the right and add the playoffs, he missed 2 games after getting hurt somewhere in Florida. That 24 April, he's at 0.44. That's a tremendous drop. Now, the numbers are still good, but I'll tell you guys this. At the Four Nations in February, if that was in February of 2024, he beats Jordan Binnington 1, 2, 3 times. He had umpteen opportunities. If the shot is back and he's getting healthier, that's great news for the Leafs and USA Hockey. But those numbers there don't lie. And if you project his season this year, where he's already missed 5 games, guys, he would score 35, maybe 38 goals projected. That's below what I think he can do. But if he's getting healthier, and the Saturday goal is an example, maybe the older or younger, I guess, Austin could come back, guys. What do you think?
Cool, Zach. I'm just going to have to disagree with you there. I just think, listen, he's on pace to score 805 goals. He's still a natural goal scorer in this league. And look at the chart right there. Yeah, he hasn't played. He's played 1 full season, which was in 2016-17. Then you can count that 69 goal mark where he played 81 games. But I just think this guy's at a rapid pace. He's a true goal scorer in this league. And I think the beauty of Auston Matthews, we look at his goal scoring, but he plays kind of a 200-foot game. He's a plus player every single year. He demands the defense first, and he finds a way to create offense. Listen, yeah, is he an Ovi and scoring that pace? Probably not, but he is close to that pace of scoring goals. Did Ovi score, 7, maybe 8, 33 goal season? So we got to look back and forth there. Ovi wasn't clicking at that pace either, and some years too. and we got to look at his health. Yeah, he hasn't played a lot of these games, but this guy's still a true goal scorer. But I think he prides more on playing that 200-foot game too, which is really reliable for the Toronto Maple Leafs at this time.
Yeah, we love the disagreeing. Bring them on to the discussion room with the disagreeing. I ask you that. I throw this back at you in the give and go. With the back or traveling to Germany last year, to what do you contribute then those numbers? And are you saying to me you have zero level of concern still in his 20s to get a drop like that, Mr. Maroon?
Yeah, I'm not concerned. I'm not concerned one bit for him. Again, he's been a little bit injured, and with the Berube interviews, I'm so confused of like his shot's fine or his shot's good or his shot. So I don't know what's going on with Austin Matthews.
Yeah.
We don't really have.
We don't know. That's true.
We don't know. Sure. So we don't know, and everyone keeps looking at his shot and focus on that, and Berube's giving these really short answers on it. So again, for me, I'm not really concerned on Austin Matthews. The only thing I would be concerned on, if he had like 5 goals right now. He is clicking right now at 34, on pace for 34 goals. To me, that's a really good season for a guy like that. What do you guys want him to score in Toronto? 60 every year? It's nearly impossible. If he gets between 35 and 45 goals, I think that's a really good year for Austin Matthews, for considering he's not playing all the games and he hasn't played a full season since, again, his first year in the league. And you can count that 81-game season where they probably just left him out the last game of the year so he didn't get hurt. So we haven't really seen that. And again, he scored 41 goals in 51 games that one year. So again, this guy finds the knack in the net, and he's a very streaky player. We all know that too also.
All right. Well, listen, I will move this along to the next topic, Cooley. And it's a guy that has a good shot. Another guy that has a really good shot is Jakob Chychrun. And you've been watching him play with the Washington Capitals. He had a great year last year. He's been really kind of a hand-in-glove fit for the Capitals since coming over there. You think that, Olympics should be on the horizon for Mr. Chychrun. Make your case.
Well, first of all, health. His last year in Ottawa, he finally played 82 games for the first time. Then going to Washington, Spencer Carberry, Matt Roy, the connection, right? Pairing them up together, Washington style. And the numbers when you've got health, this system, and the right partner. I mean, Mike Green? He's on pace for 30 goals this year. And like the numbers and the stats and all that stuff is good. So the eye test is he's healthy, he's strong, he's very noticeable each and every shift, like ripping pucks and being part of power play 1. The underlying numbers, holy jumping, as Panger would say. I know this is all not sustainable, and the Capitals are a good fit for a defenseman who can do it all, but this is mind-blowing. Look, I'm not telling Doug Armstrong, Pat's buddy, what to do, but you start looking at, I compared him just to Thomas Harley's year and health and everything else. If a Chychrun is paired with a Colton Parayko, that could be a good fit to be that Matt Roy as a right-handed defenseman. I'm just throwing it out there to honor those who should be on the list. We're creating Cool and EJ and Patty's list. He should be acknowledged for the unbelievable season that he's having right now.
Yeah, I agree. I think I'm shocked he's not on the list. And to me, this is a guy that's been really good for Washington. And for him to be kind of 20 goal scorer last year, listen, there's Lane Hudson, Adam Fox just got hurt, so that might open up a spot. So I don't know how long he's out for, but this is a guy that should be on that list.
Well, here's the thing with him. Like, where is he going to play? Because he's on Team USA, and then he's on Team Canada.
I know.
He can play for. Now, Cooley, let me ask you: can he still play for either? Because I don't know if he's committed one way or the other.
Well,
I think he wanted to play for Team Canada.
Well, he should play for U.S.
Peter Nedved, Brett Hull. Once you've played, if the U18s and U17s don't count officially, then he might be a national free agent. From my understanding, with where he's played and what he's done before, that he is on the red and white, not red, white, and blue. Yeah. If I stand corrected, that's me. That's what I understand.
That's what I understand as well. That's what I understand as well. But it's just like, I think, the question is, if he is still one of those guys. I mean, we went through this last year with Joey Decord, there was some talk maybe playing for Team Switzerland. I mean, he was all over the map. Like, that is something to be considered here if you could be on more than one list.
Yeah, and the way you look at it is, obviously his dad played in the NHL. They settled in Boca Raton. He kind of grew up there. Then he sent him to the OHL. Then he played, as I mentioned, if you want to call it under the Canadian flag, whether that's IIHF, pounded in stone or not, and everything. You look at some of the other stuff. He was on the show not too long ago. He says this is the best he's felt in years. He kind of got banged up in Major Junior and hasn't felt great. Well, he looks like a Greek god. He's playing like it. And it's weird about having free agent status. If that would be the case and choosing, I think the U.S. is deeper on the blue line that Canada might need him more. If you look at a Jake Sanderson and some of the other left-handed defensemen. So it's a sexy topic for a guy who has been off the charts.
Yeah, I agree. I've been a big fan of his, and his career has kind of had ups and downs. He's had some injury issues, but boy, he's a rock solid. I mean, you've played again. You've been in the corner with him, right? You're a big man.
He's a big boy.
Yeah,
and he takes care of himself too, away from the rink. So this is a guy. I don't know. To me, he grew up playing in St. Louis AAA Blues too.
There you go.
So. Again, let's put him to the dark side, put him on the USA team. I think U.S. can use him more. They would utilize him a little bit more. I think we're too small, a little bit too small on the back end. I think he would be really good for the U.S. defenseman, kind of shutting it down, bigger body back there, playing against a heavy Canada team, because Tom Wilson's probably going to be barreling down our USD. So we need someone big back there.
I like it, a little recruiting.
Yeah, a little recruiting.
I like that. There's still time. There's still time to recruit. Maybe not. All right, let's go. Let me ask you about the Preds, because it's been a tough first couple of months for the Nashville Predators. But lately, it seems playing better. They had a nice win last night. So, some of the guys, there was all the call-outs. Trotz was calling guys out. Brunette was calling guys out. I mean, the guys are playing a little better. This is probably good news no matter how things go, because when guys are playing better, you can maybe get more for them if you're trading them.
That's a great point, EJ. And I know it's a small sample size, but if we're going to talk about the stock when it's down, we acknowledge in the last 4 games anyway when the stock is up. You played my hockey basement video, so maybe I was one of the few people that watched the worst 2 teams in the league last night, Calgary and Nashville.
You might have been.
What is noticeable is we have a connection here. Luke Evangelista grew up skating in my buddy's backyard rink. Obviously, Patty with Brian O'Reilly and Steve Stamkos, there's a 3-cup connection there. Yep. So let's acknowledge this line together has been really noticeable and fun to watch. Stammer on the left side, Luke on the right, and Ryan O'Reilly in the middle. Whether that means that Ryan O'Reilly will get traded, no official trade protection, handshake agreement, Steve Stamkos if somebody wants the contract, all that kind of stuff. It's fun to watch these guys score and play the way they are. This is the money. So this is what needs to be decided of who stays and who goes. The realism is they're not making the playoffs. The realism is that Ryan O'Reilly, I think 80% will be on a different team on March the 7th. What happens with Stammer? It improves the short, medium, and long term if he does what he does and score. You mentioned Austin earlier, Patty. I hope Stammer gets to at least multiply 25. I'd love to see him still get 30 after a horrendous start this season.
Yeah, I agree. And to me, Nashville is obviously, we don't know what's going on there. It just seemed like they signed kind of the same players, the same goal scorers, the same kind of dynamic.
Same piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
Right?
And it just didn't work out. And it's not working out right now. Angelisas, though, he's 23 years old. You can't get rid of him. That's a guy that you have to keep in Nashville. I think so. And with this line being, they just got put together here. I think it was in Sweden, right? So they're just kind of clicking on all the cylinders right now. Stammer's kind of picking it up. But I would like to see O'Reilly go, maybe to Tampa. I think he would fit really good in Tampa. They're looking for, I know Nick Paul's their third-line center, or maybe second line, but when Pointer comes back, he can kind of leave that stress from Nick Paul. Maybe they can play together. They can have that shutdown line. With Stammer, I mean, Toronto, I think he'd look good in a Toronto jersey, but again, I don't know. Do they want, I think they can use another centerman, Toronto. They can kind of divide everyone up a little bit with Matthews and Tavares. So I think that's a 3 down the middle, 3 guys that you can really look good on paper. So again, Marchessault, I don't know. I mean,
I like Marchessault for Toronto. I think they need another right shot. Now, you could be Stamkos, it could be Marchessault, but I think Marchessault is more of a natural winger. And he's had, what does Toronto need? They haven't been able to do it when it matters. They both have been there and done it. Marshall won a Conn Smythe. He could be a good fit. I don't know. We'll see.
A lot of Cup players there, so they know how to win, and they're really good in the locker room, and that's first and foremost. And I think that's what coaches want. Are they good in the locker room? Can they get us over the hump? Can they say the right things? And I think with those three guys, they've won before. They've been through it. They've been through devastating losses, and they've been through teams where they've lost too. And Toronto's one of those teams that, second rounds kind of been, first round's kind of been their kryptonite. So I think these guys can kind of help them get over the hump. But I think O'Reilly and Tampa would just look really good.
You just want to hang out with them down in Tampa.
Yeah, I know
what's going on here.
Or bring Stammer back to Tampa.
I mean, you guys do another commercial or something, right? I know how it works. All right, what do you got? What's the prediction today, Cooley? What do you have for us?
Well, anything you can do, I can do better. We saw Connor Bedard with the beauty. I know you guys talked about that earlier, so I'm just going to say easy. You know that I went 2 and 4. Not bad trying to go 4 for 4 last week.
It's not bad.
No, not bad. I will take Celebrity to score tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Bingo, just like that.
All right. Steve Kouleas down in the Bat Cave, the Cooley Cave. Thanks, buddy. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, Steve. Good seeing you.
Thank you. See you, boys.
Right, Steve Kouleas from NHL Network Radio. We come back. Yeah. We waited all week to get to the parlay. Will JD break the bank tonight? The parlay is next on First Shift. It's time for the Top Line Parlay presented by DraftKings Sportsbook. And with that, it's been a tough year here at the old NHL Tonight First Shift. You can see the numbers. They're not pretty. And with that, we bring in JD Lindbergh, who will try to get off the schneid, as they say.
Come on, JD.
Yeah, apparently you're not living well, like the hat says. Because
Patty's killing me in the commercial break. This is terrible.
When I come back next week, you better have at least 3 wins.
Pressure.
3. I don't know if we have that many of our DraftKings top line sponsorships.
Let's
but
get one.
It starts with one.
Starts
exactly.
with one.
You can't win 2 before you win one. With that, Susan, to the big board, please. Hopefully we got a winner here. We like the Philadelphia Flyers first period puck line. I see a home dog and I'm interested. First period puck lines, we need them even or leading after 1. And here we go. The Sabres. We've talked about them. They haven't won 3 in a row yet this season. They've come in on 2 straight wins. This is a look at what they've done following back-to-back wins this season. We love you, Buffalo. We love Aaron, our AD, but we hope that trend continues tonight, at least through the first period. Back to the big board. Here we go. Jets, Canadiens, over 6.5 goals. We like a lot of goals in La Belle Provence tonight. And here's one of the reasons why: highest goals against per game this season. Look at Montreal up there, giving it up at 3.6 goals per game. So we hope that the team meeting for the Winnipeg Jets, maybe they wait a day to take effect, or at least the offensive guys really get fired up. Back to the big board. Dmitry Orlov facing against one of his former teams. We like him for at least a point tonight. I love going with guys who got money on the board. Orlov having a nice season for himself in the Sharks. Check this out. Assist leaders out in San Jose. He's got 15 apples already this season.
Nice.
Yeah, right. So we head back to the big board one more time, Susan. Just show the folks what this parlay could pay out. A plus 632.
Wow.
So a $10 bet would win us a little over $70. I'm not great. I'm not a math guy.
No.
Patty, what do you think?
I like it. I think this is your first win of the year. We're gonna be 1-9 here.
All right, supportive. That's one avenue to go down. Supportive, I like that. And the only thing I will say, you brought up that we've had a lot of team meeting discussion today, and the Sabres now haven't won 3 in a row. But guess what has started this little run? They had a players only meeting, I think, and now they won a few in a row. So we'll see where it goes. JD, come back, JD, come back. There he is.
What do you want?
I mean, how are you feeling about this?
Oh, horrible! It's tough when you haven't got a win yet. I'm second guessing myself. I'm in my own head. You're right. Like, it all started when I started keeping track of it. That was the height of hubris, keeping track of the record.
The viewers are not going to be happy with that confidence you have right now.
I know. Yeah.
Well, we'll see. I made the Shifties a lot of dough last season, and we're giving it back this year.
Hand over fist. You're giving it back.
All right, we're running out of time.
All
Susan,
right.
hit the bump here. We're going to talk a little bit about Jesper Wallstedt, the stunning rookie goaltender for the Minnesota Wild. But is he doing enough to get in the Calder conversation we discuss next?
DraftKings Sportsbook is an official sports betting partner of the NHL. And this week, new customers can bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets if your bet wins. Download the app and use promo code FLY when you sign up. DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours.
Well, Jesper Wallstedt, he cannot be stopped. He will not be beaten. 33 save shutout in Edmonton last night, and he is on as hot a roll as you can imagine. He's played 10 games this year. He's 8-0-2, 4 shutouts of the 8 wins. I mean, you played in Minnesota, so you remember he came up, and I mean, let's face it, he's a baby probably then. You were like, hey, he's probably not ready at that
Yeah,
time.
I thought he wasn't ready. He was kind of letting in some goals that maybe he wanted to stop. But again, that goes with a little bit of pressure. He's coming in.
First round pick. Young, probably not ready.
He wasn't the backup yet. He was like kind of the third goalie.
Yeah.
But
Coming
again,
from Iowa.
Yeah, and then now he's making a statement right now.
Yeah.
And that pick they have is looking really good for them. So now they have some goalie discussions right now.
Yeah, well, they have Gustafsson, who's really good, and then they've been able to roll back and forth. But, I mean, I don't know if he's going to be able to play at a .944 save percentage clip. We haven't really seen that over time, but he's on a nice run right now. He's playing great hockey, and he's pushing his way into the Rookie of the Year race with Matthew Schaefer, who's, to me, you saw him last night. What do you think of Schaefer?
I mean, I love watching him play, by the way.
Yeah.
And I got to watch him when I did the show on a couple Thursdays ago. He's a self-man breakout. Like, he can break out. He can skate really well. He skates really well. Sometimes you're looking, he's at the goal line in the offensive zone, and he's back checking. But he breaks out pucks really well. He can skate really well, especially in the neutral zone. He delivers the puck really well, and he jumps right in the gun for that second wave.
Yeah, barely 18.
Barely 18.
Isn't it annoying?
Yeah,
when guys are that good,
We didn't get blessed.
Hey, you got blessed. You won 3 Stanley Cups. You did just fine. I think we're out of time for today, but we'll keep an eye. That Calder race is going to be interesting to watch because Wallstedt's played well. And Matthew Schaefer.
I think that you got to go with him.
It's going to be hard to beat.
He's leading D in goals right now.
5 years younger.
Yeah.
Wallstedt as well. So we will see. That's it for us today. NHL Now is next. See you tomorrow.